Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Damon Campbell with HotNewHipHop.com here at the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor, Michigan with a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Snow the Product.
It's great to meet you, Snow. Definitely
Thank you.
appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Now, when you do choose to pick up the pace, you're certainly one of the more difficult rappers to keep up with on a track.
Thank you.
And in more ways than one, I suppose, because didn't you actually hold your school's best mile time at one point?
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. What did I just get myself into? What? Yeah, I actually did. Yeah, because this girl, Denitra, missed school. And she was like super fast. And I was like, I got this. I know I got this. She came through and she kind of beat my thing a couple weeks later. But yeah, I did.
Okay.
I was the
you
fastest.
You remember what the time was, probably?
Shit. It was like in the 6-minute mile, something.
That's
yeah.
good, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't 6 minutes, but it was like in the 6 minutes. And I was pretty proud of myself.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, go me.
Right?
Yeah.
But speaking of not holding on for too long, though, what can you tell people about the Murderworth mic pass?
Oh my gosh. What? Holding on too long? I don't know.
Because you're passing off the mic.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, hold on. Where does that? Shoot. That was the first time that I actually got asked, to be part of a track where it's like, can you hang with the guys, And even though it was more of a like locally thing, like Murderworth, which is Fort Worth, and it's a smaller town in Texas, I felt happy to be, because I had just moved there out of California. So the fact that they even invited me to that, which was supposed to be the cream of the crop of that town, I was like, cool, you guys accepted me. So it was dope.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I know you actually grew up bouncing around between Mexico and California before eventually landing in Texas. And on that note, for those who don't know, what's the significance of hood hop?
Oh, fuck this. Hood Hop was the first track that I ever remixed. And mind you, when I was talking about this interview, like I didn't know y'all were gonna bring out like all the fucking details. Hood Hop was the first thing that I ever remixed, and it was my first line was fucking stupid. It was like, I'm the whole enchilada, some shit. Okay. And it made everybody kind of like be like, oh, you should be a rapper.
Yeah.
I really took that word and just ran. I was like, here we are. Yeah. I'm a rapper now.
That's awesome. And and I know you actually started out like singing mariachi at a really early age. Is it true that you would even like get on top of pool tables and sing for tips at the bar? Yes.
My dad now, I don't know where the hell he is. He's been gone forever. But when I was young, he used to take me there and be like, sing. If you want to make some money, if this is what's in your blood, your grandpa sings, you should sing. So I would definitely just stand up and sing. And it was, it was no malice in me being at a bar. It was kind of a restaurant on the other side. But it's crazy now to really think back about that and being like, wow, I've really done this since I was like really little. And it's always kind of been a knack for me. So it's dope.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. And so you certainly sounds like you got a head start on things, but you were still behind the 8 ball in some regards, though. Like, for example, growing up, didn't you actually not even have a computer, but like a typewriter instead?
Yeah, that's my dad again. What an asshole. He got us a typewriter and an organ instead of a piano. He got like the wackest organ. I think he got it at like Goodwill or something. And yeah, that's what we had. So, shout out to not having money and just kind of doing what you can. But that's how I learned how to type.
Yeah, that's awesome. And obviously the language barrier could have been seen as a disadvantage, but since Spanish was your first language. But if I'm not mistaken, you were actually able to take like bilingual classes early on.
Yeah, ESL. Shout out to ESL. I think that should still be part of like elementary. Yeah. That's dope.
And then in high school, I even ended up taking on a third language, Tagalog.
Tagalog, yeah, man. I only learned how to ask to go to the restroom, and then I would just ditch after that. So I learned how to say, may I please go to the restroom?
Yeah, and Tagalog being a language native to the Philippines, and interestingly enough, didn't your guys' mom actually learn English from a Filipino woman?
Yes, that's why my mom's accent is so weird. Yeah. My mom doesn't have the typical Mexican accent. She has a little bit of an Asian accent to it, and it's because she learned it from an Asian woman that was that worked where she worked.
Okay.
That's so weird. And, you know me too well.
Right. Well, now they do as well. And speaking of your mom, you managed to cause quite a stir with your line, "Fuck weed, legalize my mom" in the Sway in the Morning freestyle. Yeah. You've been quite vocal over the years when it comes to politics, especially pertaining to like immigration laws and whatnot.
Yeah.
Obviously that hits close to home, but I was thinking maybe that even stems from growing up being president of your school's Latino club.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was president of the Latino club, and I got my little jacket and everything. I got to stand up and talk about it and kind of tell everybody what we were going to do for the, agenda as far as the program was concerned. So yeah, it's so weird how things that I did when I was little are affecting, you know what I'm saying?
It all adds
like,
up,
yeah,
yeah.
like it's so weird because it's things that you kind of forget about. And then all of a sudden you pop up and you're like, that really did matter, and yeah, my stance on immigration and kind of everything that concerns Latin people and Hispanic, like Mexican American people. I guess it all comes down from me being a little ass
Yeah.
kid and just being taught all these things. It's dope.
Definitely. And I know that most Mexicans and Hispanics are very proud to have you still representing them to this day. But at the same time, it seems like you kind of get like a lot of flack from the Spanish community for not portraying, I guess, like the stereotypical Latina. Would that be a fair assessment?
Yeah, I guess like, Chicano rap is a genre in its own, and it's got its own fan base and it's respected. And I've grown, like when I grew up, I knew it was there and I listened to it and everything because it represented who I am. But at the same time, I listened to hip hop just as much, and it was almost like I'm not stepping away from that. And I'm not trying to say that that's not, a good representation of Latinos. But at the same time, I just grew up listening to this,
Yeah.
So it's like, this is the route I'm taking. And you can't, criticize me or say I'm less of a Hispanic person for not being into that. I just
Right.
am not,
Yeah.
like that. I'm into hip hop. And there's a lot of people like me that are Mexican American that don't want to listen to my Ranfly and Cholo shit. They want to
Right.
listen to fucking hip hop.
Yeah.
And I'm repping for them. But at the same time, I respect everybody that's doing their thing. Pocos Pero Locos obviously was one of the first people that showed me support, and they're a big, representation of that culture. So I'm just trying to make a hybrid of both and trying to make everybody understand that I come from a different culture, but I'm repping this. So, let's mix it up.
Definitely. And in your defense, too, it's not like you necessarily lived the stereotype or the traditional life of a Latina growing up. Like, for example, didn't you actually not even have a quinceañera?
Yeah, I didn't.
And that's a big one, right?
That's a big one. Yeah, that's a big thing that typically, Mexican American girls, you look up to that, you look forward to that. And I told my mom, I was like, look, every quinceañera I've been to, everybody complains about the food, the venue, what it was. I was like, how about we don't do that to do that? Can you just give me whatever you can so I can get my Cadillac? All I wanted was my Cadillac 85. I wanted that, like a Coupe de Ville. That's all I wanted.
Right.
And she was like, well, to be honest with you, we weren't even going to be able to afford your quinceañera. So we don't have a budget for your Cadillac.
Yeah.
So we bought the most rusty, busted car and I tried to fix it, on my own. So yeah.
And another reason to celebrate would have been your first time on the radio, which I understand was thanks to what was then San Diego's 98.9.
Yeah.
Blazing 98.9.
Yes. That's
for your song I Ain't Looking.
yeah, it was. Shout out to fucking Freddie Mac the Pimp and I Ain't Looking and all that stuff, which is funny. If you go listen to it, it's on that West Coast type tip. I used to be on that like DJ Mustard type style beats way before
DJ
the whole
Mustard.
shit popped off because I'm originally from the Bay Area and that style was just Bay shit, and now it's known as LA shit, and it's like, whatever, it's Cali. I'm proud of it regardless.
Definitely. And you may not be looking, but there's certainly been quite a few eyes on you as you've gone on to become the first Latina rapper signed to a major label.
Yeah, Mexican.
Yeah, filling a gap in the market. Thanks in part to your fans, the product pushes.
Yes.
But growing up, I understand you actually were able to fill another gap with some pushing all of your own, like in your teeth.
You're fucking with me. Oh man, that's funny that you pulled out the fucking video for this one. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. My mom never really talked to me about having braces, and all I had wrong with my teeth was I had a gap.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even. I posted recently a picture on Facebook, and it wasn't that gap. Okay. That's why I was so pissed off because I was like, listen, I had a gap when I was like 6 or 7, and you motherfuckers are gonna think this is my gap when I was like 16. I didn't have a gap, so I posted the picture again. But anyway, yeah, I fixed my I would like watch TV and just be like, well, braces technically push your teeth together. I could just, and I did it. And that's why I say my S is weird. And now you guys are going to notice how I say my S is because I push my own fucking teeth together.
Yeah, and I'd suppose...
Fuck braces!
I suppose the third option would have been to just have kept your lips sealed, which I understand actually led to you, unfortunately, having to spend some time behind a different set of bars in juvie.
Oh my God, I didn't know where you were going with that. I was like, wait, hold on. Yeah, I was in juvenile hall. Yeah. Fuck juvenile hall.
Yeah.
What? I got into Canada, so I'm pretty cool. I was like, when they were asking me about that, they're like, have you ever had felonies, blah, blah. I was like, I mean, it's been expunged as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what the fuck the deal is, but I'm like, I'm good. Let me go. And they let me go. So
awesome.
Should be good.
And I know that there was actually a point where you wanted to become like a lawyer or a social worker or something along those lines where you would be able to help people.
Bro, have you been talking to my mom?
No.
Okay.
But then it was actually Jill and Lisa who convinced you to, or kind of
Who have you been talking to?
Encouraged you to pursue music instead.
Yes. That's so weird.
Like, do you remember like that conversation?
Of course, but I don't know how you remember that conversation. Yeah, so my homegirl Jill, whenever I'd get kicked out, I've been kicked out of my house since I was like 14, just bouncing around kind of back and forth. And yeah, Jill always kind of was the person who would be like, you can crash at my house, blah, blah, blah. So I always kind of was on her couch or whatever, or we were trying to figure out how we were going to make money or whatever without, doing the typical hoe route out there in San Diego. But what's it called? And then Lisa, later on she came along and she was like, you really are good. I've heard your stuff. I heard your remixes of stuff. I think you should pursue it. She's like, so, if you need to record a demo, I'll put up the money for it. So we didn't know anything about music, anything about anything, but Lisa was willing to just help me out. And
That's awesome.
To this day, I stick by them all the time. They're my homies.
Shout out to Jill and Lisa.
Jill and Lisa, my two white girlfriends. What's up with it?
And you've certainly come a long way since. Lastly, at this point in your career, do you in any way consider music your life?
Yeah, of course. It's like the biggest part of my life. It's, thank God, been able to pay off debts of mine, my mom, my family. It's been able to employ my family. My cousin, my brother, all my friends, everybody. I'm trying to bring them into this thing so that I can, in an economy that's all fucked up and not everybody's guaranteed a job. I'm trying to have everybody have a career that whether I make it or not, they still learned a skill and they can still take that shit further. So to this day, I'm so grateful for music to be able to provide for me and my family. And it's my fucking life.
That's what's up. Thank you so much for your time. It was great chatting with you.
Thank you. You're the shit.
Thank you. Best wishes with everything coming your way.
Yes, thank you. And Hot New Hip Hop is dropping Doing Fine. So shout out to Hot New Hip Hop for the dope ass interview and for Doing Fine, because that explains my whole life. So
definitely. There you have it. Once again, I'm Damon Campbell, and this is Know the Product. Thanks for watching. Thank you, guys. Your hand okay?
You're so tight.
We got London on the track.
I'ma throw these bands, girl, clap that ass. I'ma throw these bands, girl, clap that ass. Girl, bust it, break your back, boy, real nigga. Girl, bust it.
I know you got the Bacon with Kasky web series, and even a fan page in your honor called Kasky's Kitchen. Yeah. But before you were cooking up rhymes, I understand you actually started out washing dishes at Tuscany's.
Oh yeah! Wow, you know about Tuscany's? That's like.
I understand that you actually started off rapping karaoke, like into your little sister's tape recorder.
Yeah, I did a little bit. You know what I'm saying? When I was a real young guy. Yeah, that was the easiest way to hear yourself.
Right.
To hear yourself back.